Hello everybody, jimmyispromo here, back again with another awesome video. And today I'm going to show you guys 10 hidden features inside of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Now, first off, what I want to do is welcome anybody who is brand new to this channel. And I want to welcome you to the channel of jimmyispromo. And at any point in time, if there's a part in this video that you guys like, make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up. Also, if there's something that you have learned or something that is brand new, or also it has helped you guys out, make sure you guys go below the video, click on subscribe so you can see more videos like this. Now, the very first hidden feature is going to be inside of Samsung Notes. Samsung Notes is the pre-installed note-taking application for the Galaxy Note 8. And so I actually have a previous video that goes over everything that Samsung Notes is able to do. But as a quick run through, you have text, you have your pen, brush, images, and voice. So many different ways you'd be able to create notes on your Galaxy Note 8. Now, with this one right here, not too many people know about this one. What you would want to do is click on brush. And then once you hit on brush, on the very top left-hand side, make sure you guys look at all these different utensils. So you have the watercolor brush, you also have the oil brush, and all the other ones in here as well. But this little hidden feature is going to be one that only works with the oil brush. Now, once you get to the oil brush, you can choose, how thick you want this to go. So let's just kind of go pretty much midway. And what I want to do to show this one off is I want to choose red. And so the moment that you choose on red, what usually happens when you mix two different colors together when you're mixing with oil painting? They pretty much change colors. So this is a pretty big deal for any person out there who is into painting and drawing. And as you know, if you use, colored pencils in real life, if you were to mix these two different colored pencils of yellow and red, it's not going to mix and make orange, but it will in real life with oil paint. So this right here is one of the hidden features inside of the Galaxy Note 8. Hidden feature number 2 is going to be going back over into the original S Pen, this one right here that is found inside of your Galaxy Note 8. Now on here, there is a small little button. Now the little button does many different things. And one of those that for some people that this is hidden is being able to, as you're inside of doing any type of notes or even with paint, if you're to press and hold on that S Pen button, it now acts as a eraser. So if I was to go inside of here and I wanted to make any type of painting, but if I mess up right over here, without me having to go to the very bottom and click on that eraser option, I just press on the little button, and then this is where I'd be able to do the little fine tuning of doing a small little eraser. Now, the one thing I do want to show off is that when you do go over into your pen, and let's say that I go down here and I'm writing hello, what this will do here is if I was to hit the little S Pen button, it takes away the full letter for you. So it's going basically line by line. Now, hidden tip number 3 is going to be dealing with this right here. So you can see that this one is not the original S Pen that comes inside of the Galaxy Note 8. So this is the Staedtler S Pen. It is the digital pen that you're able to get off of Amazon. And I'll actually place the link for this right below the video inside of the description if this is something that you guys are interested in. And I will say that this is a great option for you guys to have if you don't have a S Pen for your Galaxy Note 8. Maybe you were to lose it or something was to happen, or you just want an extra one that usually this price right here is usually cheaper than the original S Pen. So in order for you to actually use this one while the S Pen is still inside of the phone, what you need to do is you need to pull down the notifications panel, click on settings. Inside of settings, what you'll do is you'll head on to the advanced features, and then you click on S Pen. And then this is all the different settings for the S Pen. And the one that you do want to toggle is this one right here that is called Power Saver. And so now you can see here my S Pen does not work, as the reasoning is because the S Pen is still inside of my phone. So as you pull this out, I do want to mention that all those steps I did from before going into the settings, the moment you pull the S Pen out, you can click on the very bottom left-hand side, click on settings, scroll on down, then you can just turn off that little power saver. What it does is it is looking to see if your S Pen is inside of the phone. And this right here will actually save a little bit of power by trying not to even detect if it is inserted into the Galaxy Note 8. So now this way, if you have, let's say maybe an extra S Pen, or if you do have this Staedtler digital pen, now you're able to use this with your Galaxy Note 8. Now, the next hidden feature is dealing with something that you just possibly noticed about 30 seconds ago. So when I pulled out the S Pen and it made a little sound, which is the Mario jump sound, and then I also went inside and I pushed it back in. It has the insertion and also the detachment sounds for the S Pen. Now, this is free to download. All you have to do is go over into the Play Store, and what you'll search for is Note Buddy. And once you find Note Buddy, now you're able to go inside of there and you can switch up all the different sounds. Now what you first want to do is click on that S Pen, make sure you click on enable, and then down here you go down to the sound, and then you also want to turn this one on right here, and then this is where you'll be able to search for your detachment sounds and insertion sounds. And just to kind of give you guys a heads up, you do want to go into select sound, and then you'll scroll on down and you'll actually click on SD card. And then once you click on SD card, now this is where you'd be able to search for different options inside of here. And more than likely yours will be underneath download. And all you have to do is just search for whichever sound you would like to use for your detachment and also the insertion sound. Now here's one more thing I want to cover because I did not cover this previously on a separate video talking about switching your S Pen sounds, which is you pull down the notifications panel, click on the settings icon, and then you'll scroll down to where it says accessibility. Once you go inside of accessibility, you do have an option down here for services, which is Note Buddy, and turn that on. Once you turn this on, every single time that you were to turn your phone on or off, this will always let the phone know, hey, turn on Note Buddy. That was one thing that I missed in a previous video, which made pretty much a huge difference because anytime I turned my phone off or restarted it for any type of a reason, it would not work right away. I'd have to go back into Note Buddy and make sure it's turned on. Doing that fast little fix there inside of accessibility, you are good to go with changing the S Pen sounds on your Galaxy Note 8. Now the next hidden feature is dealing with the internet, and this is talking either about the normal internet browser or also the Chrome browser. So let's first go over into the Samsung internet browser. What you're able to do is you can either swipe it on the top or you can swipe it on the bottom to go between all your different tabs that you have opened. Now, the great thing about this one is that you don't have to hit on tabs and then do it the old-fashioned way, but go in between tab to tab to tab. And it also works as well too on Chrome, but it only works on the top. So if you're to swipe it left or right, now you'd be able to switch it between all your different tabs that you have for the internet. And I guess really fast, just to kind of show you guys a little hidden nugget. This one will probably make it number 11 for hidden, but I'm not going to include it. If you have your recent apps button on the very bottom, you know, a lot of times when you switch it between your different windows, that's, you know, what a lot of people do here is they just tap it the one time. Now, if I want to go back over into the other internet, which is the Samsung internet, all I have to do is just double tap on recent apps, and that's all you have to do. So now you can see here, if you're switching between two different apps extremely fast, you'd be able to actually just double tap on the recent apps, and then you're good to go. So that one right here was a little additional one, and I'm not going to count it against you guys. I'm still going to keep on going on with the rest. The next one is going to be dealing with locking somebody into a application. So this could mean either you have a child with you and you don't want them to get out of your application. So then this way they're not going to go into your phone and make phone calls or go into your gallery and delete your images. And so right away when you first go into the application you want to lock them into, if you're to press on this recent app button and you scroll down, there is no icon on the very bottom. Now what I want you to do is go into your notifications panel and click on settings. Once you go inside of settings, then you'll go down over into where it says lock screen and security. Once you go to lock screen and security, then you'll actually scroll down and you go to other security settings. And then with inside of other security settings, you have an option right here for pin windows. What pin windows does is it's a way to lock somebody into an application. And the only way you'd be able to get out is if you were to press and hold on recent apps and the back button at the exact same time for 3 seconds. But if somebody is a little bit older and they can read that, then you'd be able to have the option up here to turn it on with a pin. So I'm going to keep it as normal, but I do want you guys to know here you can set it for a pin, and you'll get the gist of it once you see what I'm going to do. So we're going to head over into YouTube. This is the application I'm going to lock somebody into so they don't get out of it. You're going to click on the recent apps one more time, scroll down, and here is that option right here to where you'd be able to do the pin. And then once you turn on start, here we go. Now what's going to happen is they can watch all the videos they want to. They can go between all the subscriptions, what's trending. But when they hit on the home button, the recent app button, the back button, it'll take them back through the application, but it's not going to get them out of it. Also, if I was to hit the power button, you know, bring it back on, you're still going to be locked, and there really is no way you'd be able to get out of it. Even if you were to reset the phone, it still comes back over into pin windows with this being stuck right here. Now, if you want this to be turned off, here's the recent apps, and as well as the back button, press and hold. Now the app is now unpinned that you're able to get out of. The next hidden feature is probably one of my favorite ones, and it's going over into your Edge panels. Now I love all the different Edge panels, and I do want to let you guys know that if you do not see one over here that is called Apps Edge, make sure you guys click on the settings icon and you'll find Apps Edge as an option up over here, and then make sure you turn it on. And then once you have this thing on, when you go over and you pull out your Edge panels, you'll find the option for Apps Edge. Now, the cool thing that you're able to do with this one is usually when you hit on the plus icon, this is a way that you would be able to add a application to be on the side of your phone to get into quickly. So what you see over here on my Edge panel is I have clock. I'd be able to go to my clock extremely fast. Now, if we were to pull out the Edge panels one more time, if I was to hit on that plus button, then I have the option on the very top right, which is create app pair. And once you do the create app pair, now you're able to pair two different apps at the exact same time. So let's say maybe you are going into maps, but you also want to play with your music inside your car. So now you can pair maps and also music because that's a pretty big deal. Or what you'd be able to do, which is also something that can help out, is have two My Files at the exact same time. So then now once you hit on done, what you'll be able to do is you'll pull out your little Apps Edge, you'll click on My Files and My Files, and then now what you're able to do is you can transfer files from your normal internal storage, and then you can select them and then drag and drop into your SD card just as a little option. So that is actually pretty cool that you're able to do. And then one little fast little nugget again, not too many people know about this. They know how they'd be able to hit the plus button and click on that create app pair. But I'm going to do you one more solid. I'm going to throw in an extra one too. And again, it's not going to count against you. You're still going to have a full 10, but this is going to make the 12th. What you're able to do is press and hold on one of these icons, bring it right on up to the very top right here into another application. And now you have a folder inside of your Apps Edge. This one's pretty crazy. This one was also one that I just learned on accident a little bit earlier today, and I wanted to make sure I shared it with you guys in this video. Now with this one here, I wanted to pull out the S Pen that came with the original Galaxy Note 8. And the reason why is because this right here is referred to as Air Command. Now, if there's any of these applications that you would like to move around, a lot of times you'd be able to go into settings, and then here's your shortcuts. And then this is how you'd be able to choose which order that they are in. Or what you'd be able to do is, let's say that we pop up over into the Air Command. What I'm going to do is if I wanted to use my live message just a little bit more because maybe I want it to be a little bit to the top, if you press and hold on it, you'd be able to move it anywhere inside of this little realm, this little ring. Also, the opportunities that you have here too is going into remove if you would like to remove one of those little shortcuts inside of Air Command. Now for the next hidden feature, all I have left is this one and one more, but I wanted to do is still include this one inside of this video, even though I have it as a separate video showing it with a different image. But this one is such a huge and important little hidden feature in the Galaxy Note 8 that I wanted to put it up in the internet one more time, because this video might reach a few more people than the original. Now what this one is referred to as is spot color. So here is me and my buddy, we're at a Royals game, and what you want to do is click on the image and then go to the very top, click on the more options, and then you'll open in Photo Editor Pro. Now, just so you guys know, all of this here is all pre-installed on the Galaxy Note 8. There's nothing crazy you had to do the same thing I'm doing. Now you're gonna have the option right over here for tone, and then you'll click on spot color. It turns the entire picture into a black and white image. But what I'm able to do is I can also hover, or not really hover, but press on the screen to pull out different colors. So if I wanted to have just his hat pop out or any type of blue, now anything in the image that is blue is now showing and everything else is not. Now what I do want to do as well too is I'm going to go into my eraser because I don't want to have the color of blue. The color that I'm going to pop out on this one, I'm probably going to do red. So now that we have everything right back to normal, being black and white, I'm going to hit that plus icon one more time. I'm going to click on his shirt. Now what it's also trying to do is pick up on any other type of color or any other thing that also has the same color. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hit on the eraser one more time, and then I'm going to take away the color of flesh, because the color flesh and red is actually pretty close. And now here, my eraser was pretty big. I'm gonna bring it all the way back down so I can get into all the different areas that I want to make sure I can pop out only his t-shirt and then nobody else, and also nothing else. So here we go. I'm gonna take out a little bit more of my forehead. Here's my little finger. All right, there we go. So now I'm gonna go over here, make sure I can get this red. And there we go. Now I was able to pop out only one color, one little area inside of this photo. Now here's the thing that's pretty funny. My buddy here is a St. Louis Cardinals fan. I'm over here inside of Royals territory. And the one thing that's kind of bothering me is the color of red. And because he does not like the Royals, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change his shirt. Let's see, I can take it into this little turquoise, this little green, and there we go. I'm gonna make this into a little bit of a blue color. Bam! Now he is a Royals fan. And now for the very last one of the top 10 hidden features inside the Galaxy Note 8. As you can see here on the home screen, if you've noticed this at any point in time of the video, it is the old S Note that was used in the previous Galaxy Note series. Now, a few people have asked me questions, hey, how do you get that? Where can you get it? Are you still able to get it? You know, is it better or worse than Samsung Notes? So here is your answer on how you'd be able to get this. What you're going to want to do is go over into your Galaxy Essentials. Now, if you do not have Galaxy Essentials widget on your home screen, press and hold on the home screen at any point in time that is empty. Click on Widgets and then search for the Galaxy Essentials. Or what you can do is you can go inside of your application tray, click on these settings on the top, and then there's your option there too for Galaxy Essentials. Now you just go into the search, click on S Note, and then here is your option right here to reinstall the old S Note on the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. And then you'll be able to play around and do whatever you need to do to make you happy using this old version. But I do want to say that I have a future video coming up that will be doing a comparison video of S Note and also Samsung Notes, because Samsung Notes is really good for pretty much almost everything except for one feature, and the S Note is better at that. And that will be an upcoming video. So make sure you guys hit on subscribe if you want to check that one out. So I hope you guys have liked this video. Again, make sure you guys click that like button. If there's something in here that you guys have liked, go below the video, click on subscribe, or you'd be able to go right over here, click this little red circle. You can hit subscribe there as well. And I hope you guys have liked the video, and I'll see you guys later.